Alrighty guys, VF Calais Budget Build Series Episode 1. This is the new VF Calais that I've gone and bought. It is the daily at the moment. It is a VF Series 1 Calais in precision steel. It's relatively tidy. There's a few things around it that we'll clean up, but with the plans that we've got, it's going to come up awesome. It was originally going to be a budget style build. It still will be, but Anthony from EA Industries has decided to hop on. He's going to be supplying everything. So the plan is wheels, tyres, suspension, a few things to tidy it up. So we'll gonna do the headlights out of my Club Sport. They're going to go in there because, well, the clear ones don't look bad, but they're just not in the best condition, and I think the black ones will look better with what we're doing. We'll just do front springs just to drop it down a bit, but I'll show you inside. Today we're going to be ripping the headlining out. So as you can see, the headlining's starting to sag, and yeah, it's pretty grot in there. So all that's going to need cleaning up, and it's been a smoker's car, so it stinks like smoke in here. They've tried to re-trim the dash pieces. I'm guessing they were trying to go for black, but it looks purple, and they've done a shocking job there. So we'll get new ones of those. The door inserts are filthy. The seats are pretty filthy, but it'll clean up. A lot of the front, it'll get 22s. Clean a few things up, like the door here has a dent and that sort of thing. But yeah, it will definitely look, I love the fronts on these VF Calais, so it's going to look pretty neat when we're done with it. Also, I'll get a boot lip for it, just because Calais never came with anything. Maybe Series 2 Calais badge, and yeah, we'll get stuck straight into it. Also, shout out to 2 Savage for sending me another pair of their sunnies. They look awesome, durable. Use code rated10 at checkout to get yourself some money off. Of course, we're going to have a flip side. So we'll start ripping all this stuff out. As you can see, it is very grotty in here, so it's going to freshen it up. Get rid of the smoke smell, or somewhat of it. Alrighty, for these handles, you got a little tab there that flicks up, and then you've got a T15 in there. Same with the back. Fucking lighting in here is pretty shit, but right there, if you can see, another T15. And for these sun visors, just flip it down, and that should just pop out. It slides back and out like that. There is a bit of wiring in there for the light, and then of course this just pops off like you normally would, and then you can unplug that plug. And then for these on the back here, if you look, there's a little slot there. You just get a screwdriver up in there, and it should just pop out. Pull that out, that just comes off. And with these, there's a few pieces to them. So you got this little square bit here that goes in there, because this is on, to hold this in, it's on a little spring-loaded thing. Like, there's a little spring here, so make sure you're taking that off. And you've got your 3 bits. You've got your main bit, your little spring, your square bit that goes in there, and then your pin that holds it on that goes through that there. So you don't want to lose any of that stuff, because then you lose your spring, and this won't clip in properly anymore. You don't want to lose your pin, because then you won't be able to put it back on, and that square bit as well. So make sure you're putting stuff all in a spot where you're not going to lose anything. So now this is a bit awkward and it feels wrong to do it, but if you pull this down and pull it, it should just pop out. And there's a couple of plugs on the back there that you'll undo. You've got the white one there, black one there, white one goes in there, and then your black plug goes there. So yeah, there's a couple of clips at the front there that when you pull it down on the right angle, so if you pop that open and pull it down from the front, you get those ones, and then these two slot down and pop out. Now that you've got more of the fidgety stuff out, I like to lay my stuff out. So if you've got a bit of cardboard or something, it helps. All your bolts and stuff, or screws, so you know where they've come from. Then with these pillar pieces, there's a clip here and a clip about here somewhere. So I'm only needing to take the top part off to get the headlining out. So if you just get your fingers under here and just give it a good tug, that'll pop out. And that's enough to get the headlining out there. So these metal ones, you got to take this black piece off so that pops out. You got to be pretty aggressive. It feels like you're going to fuck it, but you're not. You just got to pull on it. Sort of shows you. You've got a clip there, clip there, clip there, and a clip there. And then these two down the bottom, which clip into that plastic. So now that you've undone them, this will just slide down and out. There's two doodles there that go up into these holes, and that can just chill down there like that for now. So in the back here, if you have dramas getting it out, there is a screw behind here, but otherwise you can just pop this out a little bit if you don't ruin anything, and it should just drop down there. So we'll do that on this side. So just pull that out just so it's off the headlining. Make sure you're not ruining the cardboard. Pull them out of the rubbers, because that's what's holding the edge. So pulling it out of the rubber like that, pulling it out of that back rubber there. And in behind here are these for the handles, so they're going to fall out. At the back too, in the middle with this brake light, there's a couple of clips. Just get your fingers under and just pop it down. Instead of trying to pull it down slowly, you sort of wreck the cardboard, so you're better off to just pull pretty rapidly. It'll unclip. So that's the clips at the back. Now that the back's undone, middle's undone, you can come around to the front. Might have to take these front plastics out actually, just to get it down, because it is getting caught behind. So we'll just pop that out like that, pull it up and out of there, just so it's hanging down like that. So for your front wiring here, for your lights, this is all glued to the headlining. So you got to pull all this off. And for that wiring, where it goes, it sort of tucks up over and comes out this hole. So you got to untuck that there, and then you can pull that off because it's glued to the cardboard. So you can just pull all that off like that and pull it over. There's a little foam block here too. Just pop one side of that off. Pop that on the other side of that. I should have done the other side of the block, but anyway. Now that'll drop down. And you continue pulling this wiring off here. Same thing on the other side. Come around, pull it all off. It's all just glue. And you just pull it. Same with this. You got to be careful though, you don't ruin the whole headlining, which I'm sort of doing. And this is why they charge so much to take it out and put it back in. That's why I'm doing it, because we're on a budget here. So that's that. That's all loose, just hanging there. You can slide it forwards, just so it comes off those back pieces. As you can see, continue pulling all this wiring off. Here you've got a plug on this light there, and that just unplugs. Pull the wiring off. Okay, so the brake light too. There's 3 screws along the back of that. That light has been unplugged, all the wiring's ripped off. So now we're gonna try and lay the seats down a bit and we'll feed it out this back door, I think is how people usually do it, but we're gonna find out. Might even go out the front door, but I think the back door this side is gonna be the easiest way. So let's try and do that now. I know all the professionals are out there probably cringing right now. Front door does seem like a, oh, I know. This might be fucking it, but we're getting it. Doesn't feel right, but it's coming. Oh, it's out. Now I've got to drive this for the week, so I'm gonna have to put some of these things back while I get the headlining done. So I'll clip all this wiring back up and I'll show you how I've done it if you have to do that as well. But yeah, we've got her out with minimal damage. There may be a few cracks and stuff. Keep getting ruined. I might just lay it here for now. All right, so we'll put this all back together, hang this wiring up a bit, and then we'll start to strip that off. All right, so it's all out. I've got the wires tucked up there, tucked into there. They're all just hanging down in the back. That should be right to drive for a couple of days. It'll probably piss me off, but it'll be right. I haven't bothered putting the black pieces back in there, just because they got to come out again. I've just set those pieces back in though, just so it's usable and for now. And if you're doing anything with the aerial, now's a good time to deal with it, because on the Club Sport I've done it when the headlining is in and it's a pain in the ass. So if you're doing anything with the aerial, now's a good time. You should be able to just pop those 2. And then now come around the other side and just pop it out. This material should be pretty easy to, like, it's already half fallen off, so. Now if you just go from a corner and just peel the material off, yeah, that comes off. So if you just get a little brush, this is only a little one, so you just get that, just go around the whole thing. It all comes off pretty easy. No, like that only took me probably 10 minutes. That's pretty much it for this episode. If you got any suggestions, comment, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode.